Hey gang, Yukaika here at the Crawl Space Custom Shop doing a quick tutorial, if you will, on Crawler Innovation foam. As you can see on the banner, and it's true, at least here at the Crawl Space, #1 in RC crawler foams. We've been using and selling and highly recommending Crawler Innovations for the past 6 years. Eddie was kind enough to send out a couple goodies for me to stock the shop and get my trucks ready, mainly for Scale Nationals coming up here in May. Just do a kind of quick overview of the products, some of the products that Crawler Innovation sells. Biggest one being for me, besides the tire foam, is the cell block. This thing has been a staple here at the Crawl Space Custom Shop since they were introduced. Probably one of the most handiest tools I have had in the shop, and I will always recommend it to anybody. Now, the design of the cell block was to hold up your truck either during storage, mainly during storage, or while working on it. If you've ever had your truck, a decent sized scaler or even comp rig, sitting on the bench with nothing underneath it, if you do that for a certain time, you will notice that the foams will get flat spots in them. That is a very detrimental to performance and breaks down the tire or breaks down the foam just a little bit more. So hence we have the cell block here. Quickly and easily gets the truck off the tires, also displaying your vehicles as well. Now, I've gone a step further with my cell block and pretty much used it any way, shape, form I can. I've used it to spray bodies. I've done a lot of drilling on it. I've done a lot of cutting on it. It has just been very helpful in the shop. And again, thanks to Eddie, now I have not just replacement, but multiple ones here. So I can definitely get a project where I need it to be, so it's easier for me to work on or display. So I don't know if Eddie had that in mind when he introduced this, but I'm always about pushing boundaries. The biggest thing I use this for is drilling. Now, I've got a hard top surface here. It's a wooden surface. Some of you might have a bench like this, or you might be working off a plastic type of tabletop, or you know, more than likely, if you're in the kitchen working on the kitchen table, we do not definitely want to put a drill bit into the kitchen table. So that's why, hence we have the cell block here. If I'm going to be doing any type of drilling, I've got a substrate to drill into, and it handles that. One, it doesn't destroy your work surface, especially if you're on the kitchen table, and it saves your bits. Drilling into this here isn't going to harm these bits at all, say if I drilled into my work surface here. So it gives me a place to drill into, and my bit's good, my hole's solid. Also too, cutting as well. If you're working with plastics, bodies, anything like that, having a backer surface or substrate surface to hold on to the material gives you a little bit better cut. At least here with these razor saws, it makes them real easy. I've started a couple cuts here, as you can see, but I can support this whole project with the cell block, do all the cutting I need to do, nice and straight, clean, still solid, even though it's been cut into, drilled into. Hell, I think I've welded off of this thing too, and it's definitely been helpful here in the shop. So if you get a chance, get yourself a cell block, get yourself a couple cell blocks. That's definitely worth the price. We'll move on to what Crawler Innovation is mainly known for, is their foam, specifically their dual stage foam. We have a open cell outer and a closed cell inner. These specifically here that Eddie sent out for my class 2-3 crossover comp rig, I've got the 4.75 comp cut inner with soft outer for these Hyrax tires that I've been running. I'm going to get those mounted up here real quick. Alrighty, so we've got the new foam mounted up in the tire. and I'm definitely liking how it feels. But before we go over that, we're going to go over a few of the basics of Crawler Innovation foam. Now we're just going to be highlighting the Little Nova foam, but this also holds true for the Double Deuce foam as well. Eddie offers two different styles of inners. They're both going to be closed cell. This is your standard inner. You can see it's smooth here. And then this is your comp cut inner, where it's got these ridges cut into the face of the foam. What that does is allows the outer foam to conform more into the inner foam, but allowing for better sidewall stability with the taller section of foam. So running on my truck here that I'm going to be getting these into, definitely liking how that feels. Good sidewall stiffness there, and still good conformity of the tread bed itself. With the older foam that I was running, it's a lot softer. We still have good sidewall towards the rim, but I lose a little bit of sidewall stiffness once getting into here. So that's why we're changing up to these foams, the comp cut inner here in these tires. I can feel it nice and solid right there, and it's nice and solid here, but it kind of loses it. It starts getting a little squishy right there. So got those going. Now if you are running weights on your wheels, you can modify either of these foams, the inner foam, by using a Dremel with a barrel sander attachment here, and then hogging out this section here. Let's see if we can get that on the camera all right. You just hog it out through here. Now don't get too crazy. Take your time, go slow. Don't chew up the foam. If you do chew up the foam, well, fortunately Eddie sells foam parts as well. Now, if you have any other questions about the foam, please feel free to leave a comment here, and I will answer them as best as possible and get in touch with Eddie if need be. Now, when you do get your Crawler Innovations foam, Eddie has done and put some information here on all the top cards of the Little Nova foam, Deuce's Wild foam, Double Deuce foam. Follow this. This is just a good overall information for you to understand. And basically what I tell all my customers here is good foams will make or break a truck. I don't care how well the truck is set up. I don't care how awesome the tires are, how sticky they are. If you don't have good foam, then the truck's not going to do what you want it to do. And Crawler Innovations is the answer to good foam. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day.